Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to talk about another new wave toys that I'm adding to my collection here that I'm really excited about. It's my third one that I've added to my collection here recently. As you guys know, if you guys are watching this channel, I did a review on 1942 already that I got first, and then I also got Missile Command as well. So today we're actually talking about Food Fight. I'm excited about unboxing this one. This is the limited edition one that you got when you pre-ordered. So I'm excited to unbox this with you guys, so let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are back with the video here. So I am going to open this up here for the very first time with you guys. I have not, of course, seen this one in person. Obviously, I've seen a couple of reviews pop out before mine did that, came out before mine did. So I do have an idea of what it looks like, but I've never actually seen one in person here. So let's just go ahead and open the box up. Again, they do a fantastic job with their packaging here, as far as making sure that nothing gets ruined on the way to delivery. As you guys can see here, the box that it comes in has the New Wave Toys logo and stuff like that on the outside, but then the actual box is actually on the inside. So you guys will see that here. So as soon as you open up the top of the box, you have the cardboard foam or cardboard right on the top to protect the box within the box. And then you get this box over here. So once I flip this around, then you have the insert here, which is the second box, and this one actually says Food Fight, as you guys can see here. And I talked about this in my other videos. I unfortunately don't have room to keep all those cardboard boxes. It's awesome that they put the Food Fight here on this one, and then they take care of it even more and put it in the small box. But I only keep the box that actually comes inside this one because I only have so much room. And this is the box that I really care about because it's nice and colorful and actually shows the artwork. So these two boxes here, unfortunately, this one right here is not something that I usually keep, so that will kind of unfortunately be thrown away. But I really appreciate their packaging and how well they do it. But this I definitely don't get rid of. So this is the Food Fight, as you guys are looking at here. This is the limited edition with the yellow. You can see here the yellow outline on the trim. And so that's the limited edition pre-order version, which is what they gave when you pre-ordered it with the yellow there. And if you look at the front here, it says, looks and plays and controls like the original Atari Food Fight arcade game. And then, of course, you can see the artwork there in the front, and then the artwork there on the side. It says limited edition 12.3-inch play scale. So this is pretty big. It's definitely bigger than most of their other ones, 12.3. I usually see 11.8, 11.7 for most of their arcades. So this one's a little bit taller than usual. And then, of course, the back just talks about all the features. It says replica Food Fight arcade machine, 1/6 scale. Plays the original ROM. Arcade operator's menu with customizable dip switches and cabinet setting miniaturized control panel featuring the ball top joystick and buttons, plug and play HD TV and USB connectivity. So you could technically plug this into your TV if you want to. If you don't want to play on this control or on this little screen, you could plug it in through HDMI on your TV if you want to do that. Cabinet constructed from materials including wood, metal, and plastic. Illuminated marquee and cabinet accents. Replicade signature, amplified mono audio, reproduction with volume control, high resolution cabinet art, die-cast metal coin doors with storage compartments, high score saving with a battery, built-in high-capacity rechargeable battery, premium LCD color screen, 4:3 aspect ratio, officially licensed by Atari, and 100-day New Wave factory warranty. Included in the box here, it says the arcade machine itself, a banana top joystick, pre-chewed bubblegum Wade stickers, so we'll see what those look like, and replica Food Fight operator's manual, micro USB charge cable, and mini metal arcade tokens that come in each of them. So let's go ahead and open this up here, of course, and let's go ahead and take this out. And you can see something I didn't mention right here in the box. This one definitely won't leave. This one says pre-order exclusive right here from New Wave Toys, because again of that yellow trim. The regular ones that were in pre-orders did not have the yellow trim on them. That's kind of what they did for this one if you pre-ordered in advance, which is really cool. So you got a little bit of an exclusive there if you were able to get a pre-order in. So let's go ahead and open this up for the very first time. And here we are right at the top. Again, fantastic packaging, no surprise. You got the nice foam at the top for protection and more foam here at the top of the arcade machine. And then you have the USB charging cable, so to charge your unit. And again, don't forget, you can use these, you can charge these units up and then kind of have them on display, and you can still turn them on. You don't have to charge them for a little while to be able to power them on without anything, and you don't have to have it plugged in, or you can have it plugged in all the time, whichever way you want to do it. And then we have the Food Fight Operator's Manual. We'll get back to that here in a second because the stickers are there too, so we'll show that off here in a minute. And then here is the unit itself. Again, nicely packaged in here. We can put this box here to the side for now. We'll leave that right there. Take this out and take a look at this here. This is looking really, really nice. So here it is, guys. Here is the unit itself. You got the nice front area here. Love the way that this cabinet looks. Again, this one just looks really, really good here in person. And you guys can see that here. We'll have a close-up there in a little bit. But nice artwork here on the front, right next to the door here. Nice little door. And this door actually opens, which is pretty cool. None of the other two that I have open this. So this is nice that this actually opens. And you actually have a little bit of a storage unit there. So you can actually do something with that if you want to. You got the coins, 25 cents up there, with a nice little door there as well. And this feels really nice, nicely made, nicely snaps in there. Again, love the yellow trim that I got from the pre-order exclusive. It looks really, really nice when I look at it here in person. Everything looks really, really good. Love the Atari Food Fight logo up here as well on the marquee. We can't wait to see that lit up and see what that looks like. Of course, we got the joystick here, and we got the throw button over here, and we got player 1 and player 2. And then, of course, we got the nice side artwork there, as you guys can see. Really, really nice side artwork there. Everything about it looks really premium. Everything looks really nice, feels really nice. Like, you can tell it's printed with, really nice high-resolution graphics on the side and all over the machine. They do a really good job with this stuff. And then we got even a little small lock here on the back. Which is how these machines used to be, where they had a little lock on the back so you can't get in without actually having it, which is cool. We got the charging base on the bottom. You got the HDMI on this one on the back, so you can actually plug this one to the TV. And then 2 USB ports, or USB cables right here on the back. And then some Atari machine stuff here on the back, serial number, all that kind of stuff here at the top with the stickers. The volume control and the power button there on the top, and a little vent, which is pretty cool, which is how these machines have these vents on the top to keep it cool. And then, of course, on the bottom here, you have Atari Food Fight 2023 right here on the bottom, which is really nice to see. So, everything about this machine definitely looks really, really premium. I'm not really surprised because I've seen the other two that I've done reviews on, and they definitely don't mess around, and this one is no different. Love the way that this one looks. I can't wait to, turn this on. So let's go ahead, and before we go ahead and go to the table and turn this on and see it in person, let's go ahead and look at the accessories that this thing came with really, really quickly. So, the first accessory that this thing comes with is these gum pieces of... So you can see that right there, the gum pieces that come with it. These are not like stickers. They're actually 3D printed pieces of gum that you can take and kind of stick on these machines on the bottom or something. If you guys remember, back in the day, a lot of people used to like stick gum underneath the arcade machines and stuff, and they kind of gave you this so you can go ahead and mess with that, which I think is pretty cool that they give you something like that for the arcade machine, which is pretty funny, so you can kind of replicate that. And then you also got the coins that this thing usually comes with. It usually comes with 4 gold little miniature coins for each of the arcade machines. They've been doing that for a while. So we got that in there. And then we also got the banana controller, which is more for looks than anything else. You can kind of just take this ball top out, spin it out, and put the banana on here. That's how I'm going to display it. But it definitely is, from what I read, going to be a lot easier to play with this ball top here than this banana stick. But this is a cool way to display it, so I really like how that is, because we'll be displaying it that way. And then, of course, we got the operator's manual as well. And the operator's manual here has banana top joystick is for display only and not recommended for gameplay. It even tells you right there with a warning sticker. So even right there, it tells you maybe don't use that for play because it's not going to be as good. But I love these operator manuals because it's actually the original artwork. If you actually had the operator's manual from back in the arcade, it actually has the exact same artwork on back in front of these instruction manuals, which is really cool to kind of see what it looked like in the operator's manual back in the day. Of course, when you open it, it's going to be, the instructions and stuff containing this machine on how to use it. But, like I said, it's really cool to see the original artwork on the front for people like us who love to collect these. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the table now. Let's just power this on and see what the gameplay looks like and how this thing looks in person. Alright guys, so here we are with the arcade machine here as a close-up. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the USB charge cable on the back so we can go ahead and power this on. We got that plugged in there. You see as soon as you plug it in, you got the red lights here, right here in the front, and you can see the charging indicator there that just popped up on the screen. I love how these light up here at the bottom, even when things are not powered on completely. And then we can go ahead and hold the power button here and wait for this to actually turn on here together. You can see these have lit up. You can see now the marquee is lighting up here. You guys see the nice little New Wave logo. And you got this really, really nicely lit up marquee. I think it looks fantastic. And then it also has these lighting up now with the control buttons. You can even see it popping up RAM OK, NVRAM OK, and then it's going to proceed. And there we go. We got the nice audio there coming from the back here. And again, we have the volume control, so you can raise it if you want to, or you can lower it if you want. If you want to make it lower, or you can raise it all the way max. And then, of course, like they usually do with these New Wave Toys arcades machines here, you can press the two coin button, and then that's how you get into the settings. Now, of course, you guys are not going to be able to see this very well because I could barely see it unless if I twist it over here. So you got an option for scan lines, so you can go ahead and play with scan lines. You got the marquee, you can turn that on and off if you want to. You got service mode, so you can turn that on and off if you want. You got the backlight on how bright you want this to be. And then you got player 1 and player 2 switch that you can turn on and off to use the player 1 switch on and off. So, and then obviously to back out of this menu, you just go ahead and press the coin button again, and it brings you back to the main menu here. Now, I'm going to try and play this for you guys. Of course, this thing is going to be a little sideways, so it's going to be a little hard for sure to be able to play this correctly here in front of you guys before before all that. But let me show you guys some gameplay here so you guys can get a feel for how this is. Of course, you enter some coin with the first one there, so you can see we have 1 credit in there. And so I'm going to go ahead and just start from level 1 here, but you do have all the options of starting from all different level points. I'm just going to go ahead and start right from there, level 1, so we can get used to it. Then you can kind of throw. As you collect food, you can kind of throw it, but the goal is to grab the ice cream there. Even if you don't hit anybody and you grab the ice cream immediately, you still kind of pass that level. Oh, I didn't even see that hole. So you could fall through drops like that too. You got to be careful for those. And I thought I hit him and I didn't, so that was fantastic. I turned around and went to hit him. Let's try a different route here. Let's see what happens if we go to the top. Of course, I missed that completely. Oh, he throws stuff at you. You got to be careful with that. Get him out of the way. Grab that. There we go. Oh, almost got hit with those guys. Get him out of the way. And you do, of course, get more points if you end up taking these guys out. If you don't just, like, run for the exit. So it is good to hit them because you do get more points instead of just running straight for the ice cream. But either way works. Oh, can't go that way. Can't go that way. And I fell to the hole again. And then you get 3 lives and you try to get your high score. And as you can see, I already died. Didn't really work out. I definitely didn't get a high score, so I'm not going to be on the leaderboard with that. But that's basically the game of Food Fight. You're basically just going around each level. It's obviously simplistic 80s arcade game where you're just trying to get the high score, but it is really addictive to be able to play. And you can see the joystick there worked really well during that gameplay. And like I said, you can spin this joystick out, kind of take it out from here. Almost just dropped it. And we can put that to the side, and then we can kind of take the banana spinner and kind of just put it on its cover. It just slides in there. It doesn't like spin or anything, and it just slides. But it is definitely going to be much harder to play with this because the banana is kind of just sitting there on top. So this will be a lot harder to actually play. Let's give it a whirl here for a second. Let's see how much harder it is to play with this banana here instead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's that much harder, but it's just a very different feel. not really the way I would want to play, because it just feels like it's about to fall off, or it's a little flimsy, because it's obviously, like it says, not really meant to be played with. But it is really cool that they include it. Like I said, I'm not going to use the banana to play it. It's more of a novelty item that I could, like, put on here. Thought I was going to hit him, but I failed epically. But yeah, the banana thing is cool. Just to have, like, on display and stuff when you're not playing. At least that's the way I anticipate using it. Because the banana is so, like, big on the joystick. The joystick's only supposed to be this big that when you're holding the banana all the way up here, it feels like it's going to fall out or be a little... It just feels weird. Is the best way to describe it. And they just knock me out by throwing food at me. Let's give you guys a close-up here before we wrap up with my final thoughts on this machine here. So let's give you guys some final thoughts on this machine here while I give you an overall look at the machine and close-up. The marquee here is fantastic, as usual. All really nicely lit up. It looks great. I really like the way that the artwork is done here on the panel and everything, kind of with the waterfall effect. The buttons lit up here. The banana, like I said, is really cool. You can go ahead and lower that a little bit. Love the artwork on the side. It's got the little instructions there on the back if you want to look at that. The yellow trim that you get with the pre-order exclusive is really nice here as well. Light up coins, and then this door actually opening here, like I showed you guys before, is really cool. The artwork on the side is obviously looking fantastic. Really bright and colorful. I love the look of this machine. You know, you got the HDMI output if you want to play this on your TV if you want to. You got the volume control and the power. All the attention to detail that you guys know from New Wave Toys is all here from Food Fight. And the game plays well. Not so much with the banana like we talked about. Well, with the joystick, you can play the game and have some fun and try to go for those high scores. The game is definitely hard and definitely gets harder as you progress, for sure, especially if you start at like level 9 and stuff. You know, the guys get faster. You have to go around faster and collect them as fast as possible and get those enemies out of the way, like you can kind of see there in the preview. Love the fact that it saves high leader, local leaderboards, which is really cool. And I just love the overall look of this machine. Really happy to add it to my collection. I love New Wave Toys, and I can't wait to see their future ones. The Zoltar machine, the Pepsi machine, all these cool other things. They don't always have to do arcade machines for me. I love seeing other things that they do that are not the standard arcade machine like this one, like the Zoltar machine, like the Pepsi machine, like the Change machine. All those things are really cool that they're doing, and I can't wait to see what they kind of have coming up next, because I'll definitely be keeping an eye on them now that I have a place to display them. But yeah, this thing is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. More of, like I said, 50% collectible, 50% to play. I think I'll get more play out of it when people actually come over and want to play with it. But for the most part, it's going to be a really cool display piece to show arcade games and how they actually look and they can be played, and kind of show them off on my collection for arcade machines. And I know I'm never going to actually own the real arcade machine but I could have a really nice, 12-inch representation of it like this. So really, really cool stuff, guys. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.